This is the HS Game Time Roundup with Pep Fernandez. Powered by Paradise Chevrolet Cadillac. Standards for excellence.
Hello everyone, Chris ERCOLI here with your special Thursday playoff edition of the HS Game Time Roundup. We begin with softball and the #1 team in the land, Norco. Thought the Cougars were going to have an easy first round game against Great Oak? Not exactly. Top of the first, the Wolfpack gets on the board as the first base ump says the tag is missed by Norco's Savannah Clark, allowing Danica Mercado to score for the 1-0 Great Oak lead. The Cougars would respond quickly. Now in the bottom of the first, Taylor Koenig goes to the opposite field for the RBI single, scoring Abby Lockman for the 1-1 tie. Still in the first, Norco with runners in scoring position, but a little bit of miscommunication on the base path cost Norco's a big scoring opportunity as they get caught in a rundown for the double play to end the threat. The Wolfpack would take the lead right back in the top of the second as Great Oak gets a run home on the fielder's choice grounder by Sarah Kessler, good for a 2-1 lead. And could an upset be in the works? Great Oak flashes some fancy work with the leather as Great Oak's Mo Mercado makes the nice snag in the liner by Emily Lockman to end the third. Norco still down 2-1 in the sixth, but the Cougars weren't ready to throw in the towel just yet. Brianna Rocha slides under the tag at home on the fielder's choice grounder to tie the game at 2-all. Still in the sixth, Norco would come up clutch on their home field as Tiffany Samso hits the sac fly deep to right. That would be just enough to allow the charging Taylor Koenig to score from third on the collision at the plate. And top-ranked Norco is able to avoid their third straight first-round exit with a 3-2 win over Great Oak. Next, they'll face Etiwanda.
Great Oak was a lot better than people gave them credit for then. That's a good ball club, got a lot of good players on it. I think we played with a little nerves at the beginning, getting over that, hump of being knocked out in the first round the last 2 years. Hopefully we can learn from this and play a little more solid at the beginning of the next game.
In other first round action, VISTA MURRIETA taking on Corona. This one would be all Broncos from the start. Broncos would jump out to a 7-0 lead after 2 innings and never look back. Plenty of offense on the day for VISTA MURRIETA, including this 2-run double from Sierra Romero as they advance to the second round with a 10-0 win over Corona on Thursday afternoon. Other softball scores to report: Santiago with a big shutout win of their own. The Sharks win 11-0 at home against Temecula Valley. The offensive attack for Santiago is led by Randall Leahy with a huge day, including a home run and 5 RBIs. The Sharks next face West Ranch. And now let's switch gears to baseball, where we join Pep Fernandez in Redlands.
Redlands East Valley opened the CIF Division II playoffs at home against Damien in a first-round matchup. The Wildcats had to break out the Rally Hats early, trailing 1-0 in the second inning, but Marcos Vega smacks the flare to center field. It falls in there. Jackson McClellan crosses the plate and ties the game at 1 apiece. Later in the second, Travis Borges, the chopper, back to the mound. Blake Braun charges home, and Rev takes the lead 2-1. Now fast forward to the fourth. Damien's Eric Quezada knocks in a run, and he ties the ball game at 2 apiece. Then later in the fourth inning, the visiting Spartans, Jack Spone, rips a 2-run homer, and Damien goes back on top by a score of 4-2. To the bottom of the fourth inning, the Wildcats chip away at that Damien lead. Vega, the sac fly, and it scores McClellan, so it's a 4-3 game. Now to the fifth inning. It's all tied at 4 when Justin Hockamy leaves the yard on a solo ride, a deep shot and a home run, and Rev takes the lead 5-4. Now we move to the seventh inning. Redlands East Valley 1 out away from winning the ball game, but Kevin Macedo doubles down the left field line for Damien, and he knocks in a run. That ties the game at 5 apiece. Then later in the seventh, Chad Lee knocks in the go-ahead run for Damien. They take the lead 6-5, and that's how this one would end. Redlands East Valley falls in the first round of the CIF Division II playoffs by a final score of 6-5.
Thanks, Pep. Another big Division II score to report is a nice upset win for Rancho Verde as the Mustangs pull off a 9-3 win on the road against Alemany. And that does it for this edition of the HS Game Time Roundup, but plenty more playoff baseball action on Friday, so be sure to check in on Friday night. I'm Chris ERCOLI, and we'll see you next time.